And we are doing word problems, your favorite. And we are just gonna do 2 examples, and then you can get started on your homework, which will also be 2 word problems. And yep, let's get started. Okay, so the first one, we are on PDF page 106. And the first one says a vial, which is like a little, it's like a little glass tube. A vial contains 20 milliliters of medicine. If each dose is 1/8 of the vial, how many millimeters is each dose? Express your answer as a decimal. Which I didn't fully write that part out because I ran out of room. So I'm going to read, draw, write. So I'm going to first start off and say a vial contains, I need to know this. I'm going to circle 20 milliliters of medicine. If each dose contains, so each dose is 1/8 of the vial, this is my question. How many milliliters is each dose? So we're trying to figure out how many millimeters is in each dose. Okay? So now I'm going to draw. I'm going to start off, well, we have 20 milliliters. So I'm going to draw a tape diagram. And they're saying that it's 20 millimeters of medicine, and each dose is 1/8 of that. So we need to find 1/8 of 20 milliliters. Okay? So now I'm going to draw my tape diagram. And I'm going to make it 8 because 1/8 of it is 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. And that means that one of these is 1/8 or 1 dose. And we don't know how much that equals yet. So we still need to find out how much is 1/8 of 20 milliliters. And we can find that by doing some math. So 1/8 times 20 milliliters. I want to say millimeters so bad, but milliliters. So 1/8 times 20 milliliters, I'm going to put it over 1 just so it's easier for us. 1 times 20 is 20, and 8 times 1 is 8. And then milliliters. So now that we have 20 over 8, I'm going to simplify that because I know that totally simplifies because both of these numbers can be divided by 4. So I'm going to divide each number by 4. So 20 divided by 4 and 8 divided by 4. And that's going to equal 5 halves milliliters. So now that I've simplified, I am going to, stop the party. Is this simplified? No, I can simplify again because it's an improper fraction. So I'm going to do my little, am I running out of room? No, I'm good. But I'm going to change colors again. I'm going to simplify this and make it into 2. Oh, that is gross color. Goodbye. Nasty. This is going to go 2 because 2 goes into 5 2 times. And then there's 1 left over. So 2 1/2. So I know there's a little smudge right here, but so 2 1/2, and of course milliliters. So now we've gotten to milliliters. So we know that 1/8 of 20 millimeters is going to be 2 1/2 milliliters. Okay, Miss Sullivan, I'm done. Pause. Express your answer as a decimal. So I need to take this number and I need to make it a decimal, and that's what we've been doing. Okay, pause if you need this because I'm going to erase it. I don't have an eraser, so you guys know I'm already going to use my sleeve. We do this here. And I know I'm crazy, chaotic energy. Okay. So now we are going to take this 2 1/2 and we are going to express it as a decimal. So I'm going to take 2 1/2 and I'm going to milliliters and I'm going to multiply it by something to make it a decimal. Well, I know that I need to multiply it by a fraction that is equivalent to 1 because it has to stay the same. And it also needs to change into a decimal. So I'm going to multiply this number by 5/5. So then it's still 1. I'm multiplying 2 by 1. So it's 2. And then 1 times 5 is 5. And 2 times 5 is 10. So now we have 2 5/10, and that makes things easier for me. Some of you might look at 2 1/2 and just totally know what it's going to look like as a decimal, but some of us, we want to change it to 2 5/10 milliliter. And then I know that that's going to look like this, 2 5/10, or 2.5 milliliters. And then I can take this number now and say, a vial. So what's our question? How many milliliters is each dose? So each dose is 2.5 milliliters. And then I'm going to circle or square my answer so each dose is 2.5 milliliters. Okay, visit me in the next video, please.